Hello, Pisces, and welcome to Bunnycat's Oracle. This is my very first reading on this channel here. I'm so excited. I'm so nervous. So happy to have you all here. Figured I'd start with the home team since I'm Pisces as well myself. So this reading is going to be for September 2020 or whenever you clicked on it. It's the start of a new month, so I figure might as well do a monthly read. But if you feel compelled to click on this video in the future at some point, that's okay too. And just take what applies and leave the rest. Remember, tarot card readings are for entertainment purposes only. They are just cards. They're very, very fun cards. I hope that's not going to burn something. Okay, no, I think it's fine. Is it? I'm going to move it. I don't know. I can't really be sure. I'm just going to put that there. Okay. Before I get started, I just want to say a little prayer for everyone that clicked on this video today. I pray that you are healthy, that you are happy, that you are safe, and that all of your best wishes come true. Now let's get right into your reading. Okay. This is for Pisces, September 2020. What do we have in store for Pisces, September 2020? Only the best messages, please. Yeah, feels pretty good. I'm going to do a Celtic cross reading to start, and then if we need any clarifiers, then I'll just add them in. Oh shoot, I didn't do the crossing one. Okay, I'm going to do that one. Okay. I may have already messed up this reading, but you know what? I'm just going to take it as it comes. Everything happens for a reason, right? Sometimes the reason is because you're an idiot and you make bad decisions, but I'll try not to be cynical. It's my first reading. Oh my God. Okay. Bottom of the deck, King of Oysters. Wow. Okay. So I feel somebody here is really, really motivated to get their money in order and be like the ruler of their own world. King of Oysters is somebody who's really got their ish together. Usually a businessman, but you know, you can be a female and you can be embodying the King of Oysters energy as well. But this is about your motives. It's about what you want. Now, in the present position, we have the Tower. Now that's interesting. Is something in your life falling apart or about to fall apart? Take a look at this image here. I really love this depiction of the Tower because it's really not that scary. This is, by the way, this is the Wonderland Tarot I'm using here. I should show you this. This is by Chris and Morgana Abbey, and I'm such a big fan of all the Alice in Wonderland stuff, Through the Looking Glass and all that. Anything Lewis Carroll writes is just amazing. He's my spirit animal. Anyway, yeah, so here we see this is the time when Alice gets really big, kind of accidentally, if you can see that, and she's like falling through this hole, but she's big and she doesn't know why she's big, and on the way down she accidentally ruffles up this white hare who's just relaxing in this cucumber greenhouse here. And it's kind of like a situation of karma because she was trying to get him to help her before and, like, you know, tell her where she was and what was going on, and he refused to help her. And now that she's big and she's like accidentally knocking him about and ruining his little cucumber tray and his relaxing little afternoon, it's kind of like it's a little bit of karma. So some of you could be either, you know, dealing with some karma yourself or about to serve some to somebody else. Like, even though it's not necessarily the meaning of the Tower, but that's just kind of what I was drawn to about that when I picked that up. Something in your life is coming to an end. I don't think it's going to be a negative for you, though. You know, whenever people see the Tower, they think, oh no, you know, like crash and burn. But it's not always a bad thing. Sometimes things just have to fall apart because they're just not meant to be, and something better is coming to replace that thing. After the Tower card in the Major Arcana, we would usually see the Star, and that's where the water bearer shows up and pours water into the charred holes where the Tower used to be, where it burnt down, and then from there, now new things can grow. And it's this idea of a new hope for the future, something better to replace what was there. So you may be going through some upheaval in your life and feeling a little uncertain about things. Crossing you, you have the High Priestess, second card in the Major Arcana. This is also a card of Pisces. And this is really about you needing to use your intuition. I hope you can see that. I know the camera's like super far away. And I love this card. Alice here sitting with her little crown. I love all the cards where Alice has a crown on. It's like maybe something is not right, and I almost feel like you want this tower situation to happen. You want something to fall apart. It's like you know that there's something not right in your situation, whether this is in your relationship or your job or your home life. It's like you sense on some level that something is untoward, but it's almost like you need evidence before you can, make a break for it. Like you need to be like, okay, look, now I know what's happening and now I can get out of here. But the message of this at any rate is to use your intuition. That'll be the challenge this month, just to, and also an opportunity, right? Just listen to your gut more so than, what anybody else in your life is telling you. Okay, we have, in the recent past, we have the 9 of Cups. So there's like a wish fulfillment. Something really lovely came into your life. Could have been a relationship. I'm really drawn to the little pot of ink. There's like this crow here. And you see this little pot of ink like under his feathers? And it's making me think of some letter writing, like maybe you got a letter from someone that you haven't heard from in a while. And people don't write old-fashioned letters with plumes anymore. Unfortunately, I wish we were so romantic in this generation, but we're not. We send texts, and sometimes they're just like, hey, what's up? What are you up to? And that's it, right? I mean, if I'd lived on this earth 100 years ago, and maybe I did, it'd be like, oh, my dearest Gwendolyn, when I look up at the night sky and I see the moon and the stars, they remind me of your eyes. Like, I wish that was the kind of letter that I would get from a lover, and not just like, hey, yeah, I was thinking about you because it's 1 a.m. and I'm horny. Yeah, like, come on. So cheap. But at any rate, this feels like a dream come true. This is the card of a dream come true. So it could have been something else, but that's just kind of what came into my mind here. Like you may have heard from someone that you thought was long lost, but they're not. Like they're still thinking about you. As a past influence, we have the 8 of Hats here, which is the card of running away. That's the card of escaping in the night. It can also be about escapism, and I'm really drawn to the moon here because it looks like it's going through an eclipse. And I'm thinking something is being eclipsed. This makes sense because we do have the Tower card here in the present. So maybe that has something to do with this wish fulfillment over here. It's like you are trying to escape some situation in your life. And when, whomever it is, pops up and sends you a message, there's an escapism about that. You're like, oh, yes, I need to get away from this. I wanted to go over there. I don't know what this is about, but it feels good and it feels bad at the same time. I'm really getting the energy of somebody who's really torn about their present situation and is like looking for an excuse to get away. Let's look at your near future. You've got the Ace of Oysters here. This is awesome. This is like a lucky penny. This would be the Ace of Pentacles, like in the Rider-Waite deck. And I see the tiger lilies here, which is about somebody who's very unique. You might have a unique talent. And this could be something that you're about to monetize that could be very lucky for you. It could be better than you expect it to be. Crowning you, we have the Hierophant. Now, this is interesting. I should probably get a clarifier on this because it can mean so many things. It can be about authority. It can be about marriage. It could be about a spiritual leader in your life. And this is a strength. So let's clarify the Hierophant in the crown position, please. Clarifying Hierophant. Just see if anything comes up here. Oops. Oh, we got the Judgment card. Oh, God. We got a bunch of cards coming up here. Okay. I don't think I'll be able to fit them all. We got Judgment. We got the Queen of Swords. Oh, dear. Defeat and the Page of Wands. Okay. So, yeah, I hate to say it, but it kind of feels like someone has divorce on their mind. And maybe I'm just biased because I saw the Tower show up in the present card, and that's just kind of like tainted, my view of this reading altogether. But, the Queen of Swords is often known as the widow in the tarot. She's someone who has lost someone. She's also someone who's learned a lot in her life. Like, she's been around the block a few times. She's got very strong boundaries. She doesn't let people cross her or BS her. She doesn't let people treat her badly. Like, she's been there, you know. You got the Judgment card here. So another major arcana. It's like you're being called. You're being called to use your best judgment and make a decision. And with the Queen of Swords directly following that, I feel like you're cutting someone or something out of your life. It's probably a someone. You got the Five of Swords here. So this is a card of like an unnecessary battle or a defeat. Somebody who's still on the battleground long after the war has already been fought and won. Now you have to ask yourself, are you this guy or are you this guy? Because these people here who lost the battle, like they've already accepted it and are ready to move on. They're looking towards a new horizon and they're, you know, setting out. Whereas this one is still kind of on the battleground, like collecting the swords and being all snarky. So who really won, right? Like, what a waste of time. And I'm not sure which one you are, but what am I getting from this card? It's almost like, you know, it's not worth the fight. Like, maybe you feel like you're constantly having to stand up for yourself or like fight these, you know, unnecessary battles, you know, in your current situation, maybe in your marriage. And it's like you just want to kind of lay your swords down once and for all. Like, I'm done, you know, I just want to head out in search of something new. The Page of Wands is doing exactly that. This is a young person who doesn't have a lot, but he kind of looks like he's well-to-do. You know, he's got a feather in his cap and this beautiful cape and these nice little boots. All this stuff could have come from a thrift store for all we know, but he's proud and he wears his clothes nicely and he's well put together and he's got a lot of ambition and enthusiasm in what would otherwise look like a barren landscape here. So this is somebody young and artistic. I'm thinking of like an actor or a singer or a writer and someone who just believes in themselves and in what they're doing and is ready to just, you know, start anew. So this is in your strength position here. So it may take a lot of strength to extricate yourself from a situation that isn't serving you and to stand up for what you want. But you seem to have a lot of courage and you seem to be willing to do that. And there's something here in the near future that's going to help you with that. And why do I think you're setting out anew? Well, you also have the Fool in the outcome position up here. And then here we have the Mad Hatter setting off. He's got his cheese and he's got his hedgehog and the sun is shining and it looks like a beautiful day. And he's so ready to just jump off that cliff, you know, so confident that he's going to fly. He's even got a little saucer of tea or coffee, whatever that is with him. So cute. Which is it's a similar vibe that I get from the Page of Wands, but this is the Major Arcana version. So there's like a life event happening here. Like somebody's coming to the end of a cycle and just so ready to start anew and to set off. In your attitude position, you've got the Death card. This is funny. I saw this last night when I was reading my own cards. Maybe this is just my own reading. Dear God. I hope not. But I am Pisces too, so who knows. But, and no, it doesn't mean that you're going to die. Absolutely not. Off with her head. Look at that. I love these cards. Oh my God, it's so cute. It does not mean you're going to die. And you know what? That's just because every time you see tarot cards in a TV show or a movie, they always have the tarot reader pull the Death card and then somebody always dies and it's so dramatic. And I hate seeing tarot cards on TV because I always think, oh great, now she's going to pull the Death card and somebody's going to die. And it's like always the same. And that's just so not what it's about. Anyone who's ever studied tarot for even like 5 minutes knows that that's not what it's about. This is about change, okay? It's like a snake that's shedding its old skin, you know? And like once you shed that skin, like it's dead. It's dead to you. Like you're not going to like pick it up and carry it with you. You're not going to go store it somewhere. And you don't need it anymore. You've got new skin now. It doesn't mean that you're dead, but that old skin is dead, right? So your attitude right now is one of change and transformation. Like you're so ready to shed that old skin or maybe that old relationship or maybe, you know, that outdated way of thinking, right? It could be bad habits, bad attitudes. And maybe you're about to give away all your old clothes and, you know, get new clothes or just have less of them, right? Like you're really in a phase of transformation and you're so ready to just embrace it. Like, I'm just done with this, you know, that's what I'm hearing. In your external environment, you have the card of love. Like, wow. That's beautiful. The Two of Hats. And the Cheshire Cat is presiding over this couple. I love that. The cat is in charge. The cat is in charge here as well. Bunnykat's oracle, of course, is named after my cat, Bunnykat, who is the real oracle here. I'm just channeling him. You might actually be able to hear him in the background. He's eating his chow. I actually have two cats. At any rate, this is about love and really lovely, sweet feelings. So somebody loves you, and I know that already because we had the Nine of Hats in your recent past. And this doesn't have to be a lover. It could be any situation that's just making you really happy. But I think it is a lover. That's just my opinion. That's just what I'm getting off of that. Hopes and fears. You've got the Four of Peppermills. Now, this would be the Four of Wands in the Rider-Waite deck, or the classic 1111 card that all the tarot readers talk about, because the Four of Wands create this like two 11s, and then there's like this portal in between, and the idea is that you go through this portal and you're like a changed person. This can often talk about marriage. We don't see any people in this deck, which is neat, so it can be anything for you. It doesn't have to be a marriage, but it could be a graduation, it could be a promotion. In your hopes and fears position, I feel like you're ready to come into a new level in your life. You know, like you're tired of the old. You want to embrace the new, but you also just want to be seen and respected in your community for who you are and what you have to offer. And maybe you're sick of doing the same, you know, low level stuff. Like you're like, you know what? Like, I'm done with that. Like I want people to see the real me, you know? Or you're really hoping for a happy marriage. Maybe it's, you know, this person over here. Let's clarify. I'm going to actually move these cards out of the way. See if we can get a clarifier on Four of Peppermills in the 9th position. Four of Peppermills, clarifying the... Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh God, I got this exact combination just while earlier when I was practicing, and I didn't post that reading because I'm so awkward. Anyways, okay, so I do think that this is about a person, and it may be about wanting a higher level of commitment. I mean, and maybe you don't necessarily want to get married. Not everybody does. I've never been a, you know, marriage type of woman, but it's just a higher level of commitment. This is the card of Aries here, the Emperor. Doesn't have to be an Aries, but it's somebody who's very much in control of their life, probably a business owner. If they're not a business owner, they're self-employed. Like they are kind of like their own boss. It's that kind of person. Very strong, a little bit dominant, kind of hot. Could be a little controlling, not necessarily. But this is somebody from your past and somebody who you have very sweet, very fond memories of. And I think they have very fond memories of you. And there's a lot of passion there. My goodness. So this could have been a connection that was just purely sexual. And you're still thinking about it. Like this is your psychology here, right? It's not actually what's happening. It's just what's kind of happening in your mind. You're still thinking about it and you're wanting to bring it to a higher level. You're hopeful. And we do have this love, you know, in your external environment. So let's see who that is. Let's clarify the Two of Hats in the external environment. Clarifying the Two of Hats for Pisces. Oops. Clarifying Two of Hats for Pisces in position 8, please. All right, well, maybe these guys. Oh, goodness. Kind of forced that. I sort of forced those ones to come out. We've got the High Priestess here, which also showed up, crossing you. And we've got the Wounded Warrior, somebody not giving up. This could actually be your current relationship. You've got somebody who really loves you here. They really love you a lot. But they are keeping secrets from you. And I think it's driving you nuts. I think that's why you've got, you know, all this going on in the present. Like you can't help but wonder what's going on. Well, there is no doubt that they love you. They're either not expressing that they love you, or they are saying that they love you and they're just not telling you about everything else, right? Could go either way. I'm not trying to make it negative, but it's like they're not giving up on you. This is the card of not giving up. Like, this person has come a long way and he's just not giving up so easy. He's ready to fight for what is his. So somebody is not giving up on you, but you're not getting the full story here. Interesting. Okay, well, let's clarify that a little more, please. Clear as mud. Who is this person? Tell me more. Tell me more. Oh, position 8. We're Pisces. September 2020. Tell me more. Tell me more. Does he have a car? Who cares? Take the subway. All right. Clarifying. Oh, my goodness. Okay. I'm not going to take all of these. It's just a bit much here. It's just a bit much. We have the King of Pentacles. So this is that's what you had at the bottom of your deck, yeah. Rich guy, boss man. He also has a nice crown. There's a lot of crowns in this reading, and a lot of wreaths, a lot of green going on here, and got a crown on Alice too, and the High Priestess. That's a crown. So, I mean, it feels like you're in a good situation. There's some secrets, but this person loves you. He's not letting you go so easily. I do get the vibe of like someone's a little bit controlling. I don't know why this card always kind of gives me the creeps. Maybe it's just this deck. This is the, what is it? The Rider Waite? Sorry. No, it's not. It's not the Rider Waite. It is the Smith Waite Tarot deck. The image is by, is it Carol Cole Smith? Hang on. Let me get this right. Pamela Coleman Smith. Thank you very much. Who did these images. And they have this kind of grayness to them. And some of the cards look darker than they should be. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. That's a little better. But I don't like the way he's like stepping on this skull down here and like using it as a footrest. That always kind of gives me the creeps. But otherwise, this is supposed to be a really positive card. Let's, about somebody who's very financially abundant and independent and has everything in order. But I don't know why. I just don't trust this guy. He's keeping something from you. God, I'm so negative. Okay, well, let's clarify the Fool in the final outcome position, because you are definitely headed somewhere new, and it's exciting. I'd like to know more. Got the Magician. Yes. Okay, the Magician. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Wow. Okay. Like, if these aren't just like the greatest cards. You have the Magician, you have the Two of Cups again, which you had in the external environment, the Two of Hats, and then you have the Ten of Cups. So this is like love and like a happy family and a happy ending. So it's like you are manifesting this new beginning, and you may be feeling a little foolish about it. Like, am I really going to just jump off the cliff with this person and take a chance? Yeah, you are, because like they love you too. Like, this is really beautiful, like really, really beautiful. So if you have love on your mind and you are thinking about somebody, someone from the past that you haven't been too much in contact with, like, I think they're thinking about you too. And I think, it wouldn't be foolish to reach out and talk to them. Just take it easy. Take it one step at a time. Oh my goodness. That's so sweet. But yeah, things might get a little bit messy before they start to make sense. That's what we saw over here. But don't worry, because everything's going to be great. Everything's going to be beautiful. I love the Ten of Cups. This is such a beautiful card. The rainbow and everybody dancing, and then to be followed by the Two of Cups and the Magician. Like, this is like magical. It's absolutely magical. I love it. I'm going to take an animal spirit card just to finish off your reading. And this is the, hang on. Kim Krantz, Animal Spirit Wild Unknown, the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. And it's so beautiful, and it comes with this little guidebook here. And I love to just finish a reading with one of these cards, okay? What animal spirit advice do we have for Pisces in the month of, oh, that came out right away. Okay. Am I going to take them all? No, I'm just going to take the one for now. The hummingbird. I love the hummingbird. It's so gentle and so beautiful, and it's just kind of magical. And let you look at it. Like, look at how beautiful these drawings are, honestly. Not to like stroke my own ego. Okay, totally to stroke my own ego, but this is exactly the type of drawing like that I would do. There was a time I was really into drawing, and I like to do these sort of simple pen drawings. And so I guess, I felt called to pick up this Oracle deck because it kind of reminded me of myself a bit, but that's so egotistical. At any rate, they're beautiful. Whoever made these drawings is much more talented than I am. But let's look up the hummingbird. This is an air sign, and I'm actually going to read to you from the book. Okay, I have to just find it. The only thing I don't like about this deck is the lack of a table of contents, because that would have been really helpful. Okay, here it is. All right. So, the hummingbird is positive, enthusiastic, and spiritually resourceful. Inside the tiny hummingbird resides an endless well of energy and positivity. The hummingbird's secret is that it has learned where to gather nectar, and it returns to these sources daily for nourishment and rejuvenation. This sacred elixir springs from many sources, but usually involves nature, creativity, and exploring spirituality. Follow the way of the hummingbird, and you cannot go wrong. Every droplet of life becomes sweet, every moment worth savoring. Oh, that's so sweet. I love it. And they say when hummingbird energy is in balance, it is smart, curious, and loves to learn. When it's out of balance, it's pushy, insistent, and sharp. They say to bring it into balance, take a class. Cool. Well, maybe it's an online class or, a book that you read. Well, this has been a lovely reading. I wish you all the best. If any of this applied to you, stay strong, believe in yourself. Beautiful things are coming your way, and I hope to see you again here on the channel really soon. Thank you so much for joining me, and God bless you all.